Breivik is complaining about the prison conditions in Norway. Now, for those of you, I know everyone knows who he is, but just as a little refresher, he's the Norwegian man who was convicted of the massacre of 77 people last year, and he killed 77 people through a bombing, and then he opened fire and killed 66 teenagers, or 66 people, mostly consisting of teenagers. And, you know, he is Islamophobe, anti-feminist, huge, in this country we would call him a huge right-wing extremist.
I mean, he's a self-styled anti-Islamist.
Yes.
And he speaks of Eurabia. He is literally Islamophobic.
Yes. You can't get any more Islamophobic than a man who opens fire and kills innocent people because he's afraid of multiculturalism.
Yes, and they are traitors for accepting multiculturalism. I mean,
exactly.
That's horrific.
So we know he's a horrible guy, right? And he is in prison. He will serve a minimum of 21 years in prison in Norway. But a lot of people are thinking that prison sentence will be extended indefinitely.
Yes.
So it all depends on what happens after the 21 years are up. Now,
I mean,
Norway,
for them, it depends on if they think that he is a danger to society at the end of the 21 years.
Right, which I'm assuming he probably will be,
Yeah.
because he is just straight crazy. You know, he continues to talk about his manifesto and talk about multiculturalism and how much he's against it.
He spends 8 to 10 hours a day writing. He has, in his mind, he wants to create the top, a band of people in prison, the top 50 right-wingers in Europe. He's writing for 8 to 10 hours a day, focusing on his agenda, and he wants to create a merry band.
Now, we're bearing the lead here, okay?
Yeah.
The story of the day is that he's complaining about the prison conditions that he's facing in this Norwegian prison. Now, for any of you who are unfamiliar with the prison system in Norway, they're extremely liberal, especially compared to the United States, okay? He is in solitary confinement for about 23 hours a day. However, he gets to watch TV. He's complaining because he doesn't have access to the remote control so he can change the channel. Another thing he's complaining about is the decor in his cell.
You know, I just want to quickly mention something about that.
Yeah.
I saw a picture of your cell, Anders, and it looks like it's from IKEA. You've got an IKEA cell, mister. Not just that.
Yeah.
Not just that. You complain you want more butter for your toast. You've got toast? You complain
You get butter for your toast, period?
Period? You're complaining that they gave you this bendy pen. They gave you a pen so you wouldn't kill yourself. And that bendy pen, the specially made bendy pen, costs a fortune. And Anders, don't think we don't know. You have got a 3-suite cell. He's complaining that he's got exercise equipment in one of the cells. It's an 86 square foot, so it's like he's got 300 square feet in total.
Yep.
3 different cells, one to sleep, one to study, one to exercise.
I know, it's unbelievable that he has the audacity to complain about his living conditions when it sounds like he's at a resort, to be honest. I don't have exercise equipment in my apartment.
No, there are people in New York who are jealous of Anders. And also, you know, you're talking about your living conditions? What about the living conditions of the 77 people you killed? Exactly. Your youngest victim was 14 years old, and most of your victims were teenagers. And what was their crime? They believed in accepting people and multiculturalism. Anders.
And another thing that he complains about is how his cell is too cold, so he has to wear several layers. The sense of entitlement is probably the most maddening aspect of this story, because it shows you that he has no remorse for what he did. You know, he complained about the pen because he wants to continue writing his manifesto. And he feels that it's cramping up his hand and he's having a difficult time doing that.
Yes.
Yeah, no one gives a shit, dude.
No.
You are one of the most horrible people that has ever existed. You killed 77 innocent people, and for you to complain about your 3-suite cell and you know, not being able to change a channel is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
No,
he gets no sympathy.
It's ridiculous. You're stuttering, I'm stuttering. You tell me that this pen is the biggest example of sadism. This is what he said. He said, "It's a nightmare, mommy. You wrote your 27-page complaint letter using that pen, so don't complain."
Exactly. Don't complain.
Don't complain.
Like that.
We're not listening.